Oh, this sucked. So I posted in in UK politics. Meanwhile, as a Yank, election results have me thinking of investing in Nucor Steel. I wrote hilarious that people actually believe Nigel can save British Steel. Coking coal blast furnaces are horribly inefficient compared to electric arc furnaces. And I wanted to say, I read the articles that basically talked about the way that people objected that, you could build stronger steel with coking coal and that electric arc furnaces couldn't do it all. But I don't think that that is particularly pertinent, to anything because of the fact that, at the end of the day, when it comes to those things, when it comes to that, sheet metal is the most profitable part of producing coal, and you can produce sheet metal with electric arc furnaces at this point. And without that, I don't think that there's going to be nearly as much money in producing, the coking coal for those few things that it's used for. And even now, knowing that British Steel has been building electric arc furnaces and everything, and that there's a mixture of the types of furnaces. I also read up and learned that it's much more expensive to use them in the UK than the US, which means our local Nucor Steel can produce sheet metal far cheaper than even Britain's few electric arc furnaces. So essentially, it's a strong investment as it begins to eat up UK and US steel because of it. Congratulations to Nigel Farage. Too bad you're going to fail to deliver on your campaign promises, as British Steel is doomed by disruptive technology and British electricity being too expensive. Somebody wrote back, there's a concerning lack of punctuation in your post. Maybe consider less time off the internet. And then I linked grammar Nazis. We literally hate you. Can't wait to eat the lunches of you pedants who think it still matters in today's world. Useless eaters, that's all you grammar Nazis are. Somebody else writes, what a totally organic and real post full of facts and opinions. Your sarcasm is noted, but I am real. I just don't have a popular opinion, apparently. I don't really care. And plus, my opinion here is fully informed. Somebody else writes back, I don't think you understand what council elections meant, right? Then somebody said, not sure they understand sentences either. I'm sure. And then I wrote back, I'm not, my opinion about linguistics, but really it's the opinion of many experts. I'm certain you don't understand language enough to know how fucking irrelevant it is. You think it matters, and that's psychosis for you. Point being, people understood what my point was. They didn't need any of that punctuation to understand what it was I was trying to convey. There was no confusion. This was perfectly clear. I wrote back, local elections, not national, still reformed campaign on an absurdity. The idea that they could save British Steel. No one can save British Steel. They wrote, all those leaflets I got from them, British Steel this, British Steel that, that's literally all we talk about. I noted the four thumbs down. I said, big mad at the truth, are we tonight, Reddit? You can thumb it down, it won't make it less true. Truth does not depend on popularity. Then this fuck nugget basically tried to come back and write, it's funny how none of your replies are to the topic at hand, And then I wrote back, and then I sent him because you're a bot, and then I sent him a Vocaroo link. And the idiot did this. The moron, in response to what I said, he pulled this card, which is so incredibly dumb and stupid and just absolutely ridiculous. And what did he say? I'm looking for it. Oh, he said, I'm not opening doggy Romanian links. Get back into your farm and turn the computer off. And so I wrote, it's dodgy, Dodgy. Also, what's up with the weird anti-Romanian prejudice? You know, and then finally that led to my response that apparently the mods got huge mad at me for, which is there's a concerning lack of punctuation in your post. Maybe consider less caffeine and more time off the internet. Same person, prove it. If not, quite cute. You criticizing my grammar when you can't even spell dodgy. gross anti-Romanian prejudice. Third, if you paid attention to the broader internet, you'd know just how safe Vocaroo was. There's a prominent social media platform that allows you to embed direct links directly into your post, chiefly Similar Worlds, and because they audited it and realized it was safe, it's funny how some people here imagine themselves smarter than me and then throw the paranoia up about links as if they're some kind of paragon of technical savvy. Earned a proper screenshot that, so I could make fun of you to my friends. Finally, what farm? I'm a native of Portland, Oregon. City boy. Life on the farm is hell on earth. Fuck that. Why would I turn my computer off? I'm a misanthrope anyways. I've read this room. I just don't care what I'm saying is unpopular around here because I hate people. Seethe. I don't care. And how did that happen? Kythradon is permanently banned from US politics. Hello, you've been permanently banned from participating in our UK politics because your comment violates this community's rules. You won't be able to post or comment, but you can still view and subscribe to it. Note from the moderator, robust debate is encouraged. Angry arguments are not. This sub is for people with a wide variety of views, and as such, you will come across content, views, and people you don't agree with. Political views from a wide spectrum are tolerated here. Engagement in antagonistic, abusive, or harassing behavior, including personal attacks or group-based attacks, has resulted in an action being taken against your account. If you have a question regarding your ban, you can contact the moderating team by responding to this message, and then there's a reminder from the Reddit team. If you use another account to circumvent this community ban, this will be considered a violation of Reddit's rules and may result in your account being banned from the platform as a whole. I finally, just wrote back to them that was incredibly rich coming from their corner, because there's a concerning lack of punctuation in your post. Maybe consider less caffeine and less time and more time off the internet to be an antagonistic comment. I consider a sarcastic, what a totally organic and real post full of facts and real opinions to be an attack, a belligerent and antagonistic comment. I consider, I don't think you understand what local section councils mean, considering, and then especially this, not sure they understand sentences either, to be antagonistic, And then this person accused me of being a bot, which is also equally antagonistic, to which I sent him a Vocaroo, and then he basically said to me, this was cute because it was so stupid, like, in response, he basically said this, he's looking for the fucking screenshot that I took of it, it's just so much, so absolutely, yeah, god damn it. You know what? He's got to go over back to home base, He's got to pull it up. He said, not opening doggy Romanian links, get back in your farm and turn the computer off. And then I wrote back, just wanted to let you know that a bag of rocks was smarter than calling a link to Vocaroo of all places a doggy Romanian link. Also quite cute how everyone makes fun of my disturbing lack of punctuation, but reveals that they but can't even spell dodgy correctly. Your response reveals an extreme ignorance of technology and the lay of the land for what sites are safe. It's just a voice recorder, and many sites allow you to directly embed links into your post, but that seems to have escaped your notice. Pretty certain being technically inclined is far more relevant to the global economy at this point than using proper punctuation too. Your tech illiteracy is showing. You might think yourself clever, but your paranoia is the inverse of intelligence. Also, what's up with the weird prejudice against Romanians? It really is just a voice recorder. Take one last look at the shining heaven of your British steel, for soon nothing of it shall remain but my laughter. really is. Take one last look at the shining heaven of your British steel, for soon nothing of it shall remain but my laughter. See? It's a fucking voice recorder. Goddamn people. But I got banned for that, and so I basically wrote back, "That's incredibly rich from you, and the hypocrisy in it is stunning. Engagement in antagonistic, uncivil abuse or harassing behavior, including personal insults, which not sure they understand sentences either, is a personal insult." You. Boom. You. Your sarcasm. Your sarcastic reply. Harassment. Bullying. Boom. I don't think you understand. Oh, so just assume ignorance. You know? Accuse him of stupidity. Boom. And then finally, you can't even spell dodgy Romanian links, not opening them, get back into your farm, trying to compare me to living on a fucking farm like some fucking hillbilly because I'm a fucking Yank. That's what you're gonna do. That's how you're gonna fucking respond to it. I'm a native of Portland, Oregon. And they banned me for it and everything, and I'm just like, well, achievement unlocked. Perma banned from UK politics, to which it led to a statement, in the group, in the statement group. Life is a bit of a game to me, and I live it by tit for tat. You'll always get what you give me. Treat me like garbage, I'm going to treat you like garbage. Such is life. It's why you should pretty much hugbox me, because if you do, that's how I'll be in kind. People need to understand that. I don't care if I'm a noob to your community, too. Haze the noob, and the noob will haze back. You've been warned, be nice to me, or else. So, have fun with that, Reddited. All of those replies were bullying and harassment, so you've all been reported.